a big ass thing of coconut oil. This is. Hey everyone, so today I just wanted to do a quick what's in my pantry video. I do live at home, so I share the pantry with my parents. I'm just going to go through the stuff that's mine and not what's theirs. So let's see what is in a vegan pantry. So this is our full pantry, and I have kind of the bottom two shelves, or at least half of them. So in the first shelf, I have a big box with like a ton of teas. I love tea. I drink it a bunch in the winter, not as much in the summer, but anyways, it's really helpful. I also buy, as you can see, almost everything in bulk from Whole Foods or the co-op. So a lot of it's just in bags because I don't have money to get fancy jars. So I've just got some Brazil nuts for my selenium, since I have some low thyroid issues. I have a bunch of chia seeds and hemp seeds. I like to put those on top of my smoothies because I like the crunch, and also because they're good for you. Some sun-dried tomatoes. I make a lot of, not a lot, sometimes I make stuff with that. And these are just mung beans. I always buy things thinking I'm going to eat them because they're healthy or I should be eating them, and I don't. And really, I don't like mung beans, so they'll probably never get eaten. And a bunch of different rice, some pink rice, brown rice, and red lentils. I haven't made these in a while, and I should. Over here, black beans in the back. I've never made beans from scratch, and I always tell myself I will, but eating them out of the can is so much easier, so I still haven't made those. I have a bunch of sunflower seeds. I actually currently have some raw vegan falafel made out of sunflower seeds in my dehydrator, so that's why I bought so many. Some sprouted raw walnuts. I like to put those on my salads. Some dates. I love dates, but they don't really agree with me, so I'm trying to cut them out. So I'm going to finish off that bag and not buy more. Just a bunch of shredded coconut. Do all sorts of things with that. And sprouted buckwheat. So I love sprouted buckwheat. I just soak it, sprout it, dehydrate it, and I put that again on my smoothies because I like the crunch. So that is the first shelf. And then in the second shelf, I have my spices back here. I just use old spice jars, and then I buy spices in bulk at Whole Foods because it's cheaper, or at Sprouts or wherever, and then I just label the top of them. And yeah, so those are all spices, more shredded coconut. I have some nori wraps. I actually really don't like nori wraps. I'm really particular about them. Don't like that brand. Probably won't ever eat it, which is sad, but I don't know. Somebody will come visit me and use them. I have a bunch of these little they're like superfood blends from Philosophy. I really like their products. They have some good blends. The Cocoa Magic is delicious. I just made a brownie recipe with that. It's on my blog. You should check it out. Green Dream and Berry Bliss. Man, this is like not organized. Also, yeah, I didn't organize anything because I wanted I wanted you guys to see what real life is like. I have some nutritional yeast. Put that on random things, make cheese sauces, some of those like fruit leathers, just fruit and veggies for snacking on. Some chickpea pasta, just a little bit left. So I'll make that one day, pasta. And then I keep my hemp seeds and chia seeds in these little jars, and I just refill from that batch that I showed you down on the first drawer. Some agar-agar, which is really good for like making gelatin dishes without gelatin, so a vegan version, and big thing of organic tahini. I prefer raw tahini, but because I eat mostly raw, but it's way more expensive, so I just buy organic tahini from Whole Foods. Over here, I've got some protein powders. I've got my hemp protein powder. I don't like the taste of pure hemp protein powder, so that's like an old jar that I just never finished off because I got a new jar of my favorite protein powder, which you guys should know if you follow me on Instagram. The Sun Warrior Raw Vegan Blend stuff is really good, and it's really clean. It's one of the cleanest proteins out there. My coffee for coffee enemas from my previous video. I have some maca powder. just a little bit left. I love this stuff, but it's expensive, so I haven't bought any. I haven't used the rest of this because I'm like saving it. I don't know what for. And I always get the gelatinized version because that's easier for our bodies to digest. The raw is much harder. I made some almond butter, and so I just put it in this little jar. Just raw sprouted almonds that I blended up. Some more coffee. Let's see, I do have a big thing of coconut oil. I use this for a lot of different things. I do have some raw, local, organic honey. I've found that raw honey is really, really healing for me with Lyme disease, so I do use that. So that's the only non-vegan thing that I have in my cupboard because I use it and it's really healing, so give me shit, I don't care. I have a couple cans of coconut milk. Mostly, I usually make my coconut milk from scratch, but I like to buy the full fat can because I use the coconut cream for a few different things. I actually use it in my baths, which I'll go over at another time, but I use it sometimes in cooking. And then some garbanzo beans just to make hummus or eat them occasionally. I have a jar of organic pumpkin from last winter, but you know, I always want to get into the pumpkin trend, but I don't love pumpkin, and squashes actually really bother my digestive system, so I don't end up using pumpkin when I buy it every season. More garbanzo beans, and then the rest of that's my parents'. And the only thing left is, actually, I have some stuff in this drawer that I'll show you. So I have some raw cacao powder, which I use for baking. We have more coconut flakes, some raw organic, more cacao powder. I thought we had coconut sugar in here somewhere. Yeah, which I use for baking on occasion, but I don't eat it on a normal basis because Lyme. You know, baking soda, baking powder, all the usual baking stuff. My mom has a bunch of regular flour and stuff because my parents don't eat a specific diet. And then the top drawer, let me get a stool. So up here, I have dog treats, and then I keep my buckwheat flour, so I use this in baking occasionally. I have a bunch of buckwheat groats, on just the raw and sprouted, so I'll sprout those when I eat them. Coconut flour, which I use a lot for baking. I bought this tiger nut flour, however you say it, tiger nut flour a while ago with the intention of using it to bake with, and I just haven't. I actually think that it bothers my stomach, so that's really why I haven't used it at all, but it is gluten-free and vegan, so it's a fun thing to experiment with. And now they sell it in the grocery stores, so you don't have to order it online. A big ass thing of coconut oil. This is 54 ounces because I go through it like crazy, so I just bought out Vitacost because why not? It's cheaper. And I'm gonna make a video with like all the things I do with coconut oil so that you guys know. And then I bought some bulk chia seeds and hemp seeds off Vitacost too because I go through both of those, so they were cheaper than even the bulk at the grocery store, so I just did that. They'll probably last me the next year, which is awesome because I wanted to buy them again. So that's, you know, then we have some other random cookie cutters and coffee that my parents drink up here. But that is what is in my vegan pantry, or plant-based pantry, since I do have raw honey in there. But yeah, so, you know, if you want to see a fridge tour, let me know. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it kind of gave you some ideas of things to buy, or maybe it was just fun to watch. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave them in the comments. And, you know, like and subscribe because I love when you guys do that. It makes my heart happy, and I will see you again soon.